Okay, I'm going to go through the end of block assessment for addition and subtraction. Okay, so Mo represents a number using counters and Alex represents a number using base 10. So we've seen these in class. Let's go through it. So we need to look at what is the total of their numbers. So first of all, we need to know what number they're both representing. So if we look at Mo, he's got 1,000. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 hundreds. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. So his number is 1,474. Then we look at Alex, and these blocks here represent thousands, so there are 3 of them. So we know we've got 3,000. These represent our hundreds, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have no tens. They would be the long sticks in blocks of 10 like that, but we don't have any of those, so we have no tens. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones, and then we add them. 4 plus 8 is 12, remember? Then we carry the 1, so we put the 2 ones down and carry the 10, and we're doing 1 plus 7 plus 0, which is 8, then 4 plus 5, which is 9, and 1 plus 3, which is 4. So our number is 4,982, and that's the total. Number 2. Amir's car costs 1,749. Whitney's car costs 2,300. What is the difference between the cost of the 2 cars? So remember, when we say difference, so total on question 1 meant that we were adding. Difference here in question 2 means we're going to do a subtraction. So we take the biggest number, 2,300, and we're going to subtract the smaller number, 1,749. Now, there's going to be a few exchanges here. We can't do 0 take away 9 in the column method, and we can't borrow anything from this 0 here. So we're going to take from the 3, so it now becomes 2. We can put the 1 there, so it becomes 10. We take from here, so it becomes 9. And we give to the last column, so it becomes 10. So now we can start. We can do 10 take away 9 is 1. 9 take away 4 is 5. Now we're on this column here, 2 take away 7. Again, we can't do using this method, using the column method, so we need to exchange again. We need to borrow here. So we take off 1 from here, it becomes 1, and we bring it over here, and we do 12 take away 7, which is 5. And then finally 1 take away 1 is 0. So our answer is 551. So £551. Max says 460 plus 1,340 equals 1,700. Use a subtraction to show that Max is wrong. There are 2 subtractions you could use. If we know that 460 plus 1,340 equals 1,700, then it should also be true that 1,700 take away 460 should equal 1,340. 1,340. Also 1,700. Take away 1,340 should equal 460. Okay, and so we can check any one of those. Okay, I'm just going to check. So I'm just going to undo that, take that off. So I'm going to check the first one. I'm going to do 1,700, take away 460. Doesn't matter which one you chose to do. 0 take away 0 is 0. 0 take away 6 we can't do in the column method, so I'm going to take from here, it becomes 6. I give to my neighbour and it becomes 10 take away 6 is 4. And then finally, 6 take away 4 is 2. And then 1 take away 0 is 1. So we know that max is wrong. And we've just shown that through doing our subtraction, it should have equaled 1,340, but it did not. Okay, number 4, work out the missing number in the bar model. This one, again, we've got to do some addition and subtraction. So we know that this plus this number here should equal 17,540. So we need to work out how much we've got so far. So we're going to do 3,960 plus the 640. 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 4 is 10. So put the 0 down, carry the 1. 1 plus 9 plus 6 is 16. Put the 6 down, carry the 1. And we've got 1 plus 3, which is 4. So it comes to 4,600. I'm now going to do 17,540. Take away 4,600 to see how much more I need to make it up to 17,540. 0 take away 0 is 0. 4 take away 0 is 4. 5 take away 6 we can't do on the column method, so I'm going to take from here so it becomes 6. Put the 1 there. 15 take away 6 is 9. 6 take away 4 is 2. And 1 take away 0 is 1. So we need 12,940 more in that space. Number 5 is a bit similar, but easier to hopefully spot. So here you've got 10,000 plus 5,420. Sorry, 10,300 plus 5,420 is the same as 9,300. Now, what's the difference between these two numbers? One's 10,300 and the other is 9,300. So there's a gap of 1,000. There's a gap of 1,000, and then we still want to add on the 5,420. So in total, what we want to add on is 6,420. Okay, so it's the same number sentence as this, but this was 10,300, this was 9,300. So instead of just 5,420, I needed to add on 1,000 more. Here I've got 10,300. I've got 10,500. So actually, when I add on the next bit, so the 5,420, actually this one here is 200 more than the 10,300. So it's 200 more. So I can take off, I can take off 2 hundreds. Instead of 420, I'm putting 220. Okay, so the numbers in this sequence decrease by the same amount each time. Complete the sequence. So you only have to put one more number. So this is 64,290, 63,390 and 62,490. And so straight away we can see that the 90 is staying the same. What's happening to, we'll start off with the hundreds. What's happening to the hundreds column? You've got 2, 3, 4. So it's going up by 1 each time. So we know it's now going to be 500. Now let's look at the thousands column. That's 4,000, 3,000, 2,000. So this is going to be 1,000. It's going down by 1,000 each time. And then the 10,000 stays the same, 61. So 61,590. Okay. On Saturday, a zoo has 50,285 visitors. On Sunday, the zoo has 10,500 more visitors than Saturday. So that's not how many come on Saturday, that visit on Saturday. It's saying that it's 10,500 more than this number. The zookeeper says we have had over 100,000 visitors across the 2 days. Do you agree? Explain your answer. So yes, I do agree. And there are 2 explanations you can put here. You can estimate, you don't have to put the exact values. That is around 50,000. 10,000 more than 50,000 would give you 60,000. So already we're at 110,000, which is more than 100,000 visitors. And that is enough for the 2 marks. So you can estimate there to say that it must be more than 100,000. If you actually added up the numbers, that is also fine. So if you did 50,285 plus the 10,500, so 5 plus 0 is 5, 8 plus 0 is 8, 2 plus 5 is 7, 0 plus 0 is 0, and 5 plus 1 is 6. So the actual number of visitors on the Saturday is 60,785, which means that if you do, how many on Saturday? So I'll just change colour so you can see. If I did how many on Saturday, which was 50,285, and then on Sunday, that was 6,785. If we added them together properly, then we would end up with more than 100,000. You would actually end up with 5 plus 5, which is 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 plus 8 gives you 17, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 plus 7 is 10. Put 0 down, carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. and then 5 plus 6 is 11. So 111,070. Okay, number 8. We're going to do some subtraction. Unfortunately, we have to do some exchanges. So I can't do in the column method 0 take away 8, 0 take away 1, 0 take away 3. So I need to borrow all the way from here. So that becomes 0 now. I can put it to my neighbour. That becomes 10. I'm going to borrow from here, so that becomes 9. Put my 1 here, so it becomes 10. Borrow again, so that becomes 9. And that I can put my 1 here, so it becomes 10. And I need to borrow 1 last time, so that becomes 9. And this becomes 10. Now I can work this out. 10 take away 8 is 2. 9 take away 1 is 8. 9 take away 3 is 6. 9 take away 4 is 5. So my answer is, just so that you can see it clearly, is 5,682. Okay, the addition should be a little bit easier. Make sure you line up all your columns. So the thousands should line up with thousands, and the hundreds should line up with hundreds, tens with tens, and so on. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. 6 plus 7 is 13. So put a 3 down, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. And then 1 plus 0 is 1. So my answer is 133,500. Okay, number 9. To find out the missing number, we need to actually work this out. We need to work out what 68,125 plus 3,900 is. Again, make sure you line up the numbers properly. 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 9 is 10. Put the 0 down, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 plus 3 is 12. Put the 2 down, carry the 1, carry the tens. So it becomes 1 plus 6, which is 7. So you've got 72,025. So I need to know how much more I need to add on. Subtract how much I need to subtract from 84,503 to make 72,025. So I'm going to find the difference. So 84,503 take away 72,025. And squeeze that in here and find the difference between them. I'm going to have to do some borrowing. That becomes 4. I'm going to give it to my neighbour, so it becomes 10. That now becomes 9, and then I can put the 1 there, so it becomes 13. 13 take away 5 is 8. 9 take away 2 is 7. 4 take away 0 is 4. 4 take away 2 is 2. And 8 take away 7 is 1. So here it's 12,478. If I subtracted that from 84,503, it should give me 72,025 as well. Okay, number 10. Bit tricky. We need to complete the missing digits. So I know that 2 take away 9. I couldn't have been able to do in the column method. So what I must have done, I must have taken from here to make it 5, put it here, put the tens here, so 12 take away 9 is my 3. So we know that. Then we must have worked out 5 take away 4 is 1, so that's the next missing 1. Now, nothing I could have put here, unless it was a 10, so it must have been a 10 here, would give me 7. So I must have borrowed from here and put it here to give me 10 take away 3 is 7, and then 8 take away 1 gives me 7, and 8 take away 0 gives me 8. So the two numbers that were missing were 0 and 1. Last one then, find the missing sum. So hopefully you realised that there are loads of different ways to do this, but hopefully one of the ways you could have done it was that you know that one triangle plus one circle equals 1,200. But if you have, again, one triangle and instead this time 2 circles, gives you 1,900. So that's a gap of 700. And the only difference is we've got one more circle. So that one more circle must have added on 700. So it means that each circle is actually worth 700. So then hopefully when you look at the top one, how much would you need to add to 700 to get 1,200? It would be 500. Yeah, so you can do the subtraction here if you want to. 0 take away 0, 0. 0 take away 0, 0. We can't do 2 take away 7, so we take from our neighbour, put it here. 12 take away 7 is 5. So it's 500. So we know that each triangle must be worth 500. And then you can either add this up in your head, or you can put the column method if you want. You've got 500 plus 500 plus 700. Okay, if you do it in your head, you know that 500 plus another 500 is 1,000, and you've got 700. But it's absolutely fine for you to do the column as well. Okay, and you add it up, and that becomes 17.